anti-Semitism is a warning system. It is a sign that the society itself is breaking down, that it is dying. It is a symptom of a much deeper crisis, one that explains how, in the span of a little over 20 years since September 11th, educated people now respond to an act of savagery, not with a defense of civilization, but with a defense of barbarism.
It's an important comment. The danger of misinformation and miseducation. Barry Weiss, the founder of and editor of Free Press, on what we have seen among our young people today, especially during the Israel-Hamas war, even among staffers, among senators and congressmen, as among staffers in the White House. Our next guest is a best-selling author. His new book is out. It's called The Little Liar. It is great. It is set in Greece during the Holocaust. This novel is a powerful reminder of how subverting the truth enables evil. Guess who's here? Mitch Albom. Mitch, great to see you.
Great to see you too, Brian.
So, how unbelievable is it and sad that you set the scene at the Holocaust, and the book is about to come out in November, second week in November, and this massacre happens October 7th.
Yeah, I did not see that coming. I started the book a couple years ago, so I can't take credit for that. But there are a lot of parallels in the story. It follows a little 11-year-old boy who's never told a lie. His name is Nico. And when the Nazis invade his city in Greece, they learn about this and they decide to use him. They kidnap him and they say, you can go back to your family after you do a little something for us. Just stand on the train tracks and tell the people who are getting on the trains that they're going to new jobs and new homes and everything's going to be good. So thinking he's telling the truth, he does this until the final train, and he sees his family being pushed into a boxcar, and he realizes that these trains are actually going off to the concentration camps and that everything that he has said has actually been a lie. And it follows him through the war and for the next 40 years, showing the ramifications of that one lie on him, on his family, and everybody else. So it's a parable about the truth and how precious the truth has to be to us.
And Mitch, would you also say that's how a lot of people got on those trains? They were lied to?
It's 100% true. Maybe not with a little kid, but the Nazis used Jewish people to lie to other people and at the threat of death, because they weren't going to get on otherwise. You know, if they said, hey, these trains are going to concentration camps, you're not going to just board them willingly. But that's what the Nazis did. They used lies. You know, they didn't thrive, Brian, because they had better guns. They thrived because they had big lies that people fell for.
And people lying today. There's a lot of people who said October 7th didn't happen, don't believe it. They're in the streets of New York City, maybe even the streets of Detroit, certainly over in the UK and London. I mean, it's crazy that people do not believe what we have witnessed, even on tape today.
Yeah. Well, we live in a society now where one piece of misinformation goes very, very fast. And you remember the famous quote, a lie told once is easily a lie told 1,000 times becomes the truth. There was a Nazi who said that. And so we need to be very, very careful about how we spread information.
The one thing about you, at first I got a chance to know you on Sports Reporters and then seeing you at major events, and now you're talking about stuff that really changes lives, affects lives. Were you always a deep thinker in sports, or did you become a deep thinker at some point along the way?
Well, my old sports colleagues might not have described me as a deep thinker, but I think Tuesdays with Morrie, when I sat with a dying professor, and up to that point I'd been about work, 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 ambition, ambition, and then I sat with my dying professor and realized that everything I was kind of making important in my life didn't matter to him when he was dying, and it kind of turned me around. And after Tuesdays with Morrie, and every book that I've written since Tuesdays with Morrie, including The Little Liar, have kind of had lessons that I learned from him. And so I think that was a pivot point in my life.
Well, that's a real story, Tuesday with Morrie.
Yes, correct.
And then you decided to take it to another level. So Tuesday with Morrie, you said change your life. You told me on radio that people walk up to you now, instead of saying, what's with the Lions and Tigers and Patriots, now they say, hey, I stared at death, or I have ALS, and people are opening up to you now.
Right.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Well, it is. You're a bit like everybody's rabbi, you know, but on the other hand, it's a lot deeper than, you know, who's going to win the Super Bowl. And you have to think about how everybody you meet has something going on inside them, grief or love or missing somebody. So I've become much more sensitive to that, and I try to write books about that.
Can I run through some of your other books?
Yeah, sure.
All right, and tell me what they meant for you and the feedback that you got.
Okay.
First, you have Tuesdays with Morrie, as you mentioned, The Stranger in the Lifeboat.
That was about what happens if God appears in front of you in a lifeboat. Would you believe it was him? And I learned a lot about, you know, accepting help when it comes in unusual forms.
Why'd you use it that way?
Because I think everybody likes a story about people in a lifeboat, and you think, well, that's when you really need help. But here comes this guy, comes in and says, I'm God, I'm here to help you, and nobody believes him because he doesn't look like what they thought God would look like.
Sounds familiar. The 5 people you meet in heaven, that is based off?
An old uncle of mine who thought that he didn't matter, so I created a world in which this guy goes to heaven and meets 5 people from his life who show him little moments that he changed their life forever and they changed his, and come to realize that everybody matters in some way.
Finding Chica.
That was about finding a family. That was a true story about a little girl from the orphanage that we operate in Haiti, which I go to every month. And she had a brain tumor, and we brought her up. And as a couple that didn't have children of our own, we suddenly had a 5-year-old for a couple of years, amazing years. And although she didn't win her battle against this brain tumor, we didn't lose a child. We were given one.
And each along the way, does it change you from the stories that you create to the ones you record?
I think every book that you write changes you, and I think it comes into the next book. And The Little Liar is not something that I could have written 15 years ago, but I could write it now. And there's a lesson about forgiveness and hope in it that comes all the way from Tuesdays with Morrie that I didn't really understand until I got a little older.
As much as you've gleaned from this, are you a person that believes that the more you learn, the more you realize you have to know? That
100%. I know that on my last day on earth, my last sentence would be something like, you know, there's so much more I got to figure out here. I'm so confused. Right. So yes, the smart people realize how little they know as they get older.
Right, and if you haven't figured it out, the rest of us are.
No, we're all on the same path.
All right, Mitch, thanks so much. Let's watch a game together one of these times.
Anytime.
All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.